Good morning students. In this video we are going to discuss about NEET and KCET level coaching part from the chapter Strategies for Enhancement in Food Production. Subtopics: Biofortification, Single Cell Protein, it is shortly called as SCP, and Tissue Culture. Now let's enter into today's session. First question: find out the most practical mean to improve public health. Let us see options. First option: breeding crops with higher levels of vitamins and minerals. Option B: breeding crops with higher levels of proteins. Option C: breeding crops with higher levels of healthier fats. Option D: all the above. So the correct answer for this question is option D, all the above. So let us see a short discussion regarding biofortification, and let me explain about the first question even. Biofortification: breeding crops with higher levels of vitamins and minerals or higher proteins and healthier fats is the most practical means to improve public health by biofortification. Understand? So breeding for improvement nutritional quality is undertaken with the objectives of improving, such as protein content and quality should be high, oil content and quality should be high, and vitamins content should be high, micronutrient and mineral content also should be high. So these are the different objectives of biofortification. Hope you understood this explanation. Now second question: choose the objectives of improving in breeding for nutritional quality. Option A: protein content and quality should be increased. Option B: oil content and quality should be high. Option C: vitamin content and micronutrient content must be high in levels. Option D: all the above. So the correct answer for this question is option D, all the above. So objectives of improving in plant breeding for nutritional quality is such as ABC options. All ABC options are correct. So that's why option D is correct for this given question. What are those objectives? In plant breeding program, plants should possess protein content and quality must be high, oil content and quality must be also high, and vitamin content and micronutrient mineral content also should be high. And these are the different objectives for plant breeding program and production of new hybrids under plant breeding program and through biofortification concept. Next, third question: pick out the wheat variety which is having high protein content. Let's see options. Option A: Atlas 66. Option B: Atlas 6. Option C: Atlas 76. Option D: Atlas 96. So the correct answer for this question is option A, Atlas 66. Let me explain this question in detail. A wheat variety name is Atlas 66 having a high protein content has been used as a donor for improving cultivated wheat. So this Atlas 66 is a donor donating its genetic material for production of new cultivated wheat varieties. Understand? So next, fourth question: in 2000, maize hybrids that had twice an amount of the amino acids dash and dash. Let's see options: lysine and tryptophan respectively. Next, option B: glutamic acid, succinic acid respectively. And option C: lysine and glutamic acid respectively. Option D: tryptophan and succinic acid respectively. So the correct answer for this question is option A, lysine and tryptophan respectively. Let me explain this question in detail, students. In the year of 2000, maize hybrids that had twice the amount of the amino acids such as lysine and tryptophan compared to existing maize hybrids were developed. So the wheat variety example, Atlas 66, having a high protein content, and it has been used as a donor for improving cultivated wheat varieties in our India. So the two amino acids are lysine and tryptophan respectively. As we know, proteins are made up of a number of amino acids. So in those two amino acids, lysine and tryptophan respectively, they are present in the maize hybrids that had twice the amount of amino acids. Next, so the correct answer is option A. Next, fifth question. Matching type, column 1 and column 2. We need to match exactly column 1 with column 2. Let us see. Vitamin A. Vitamin A is rich in carrot. So A is matching with the Roman number 3. Next, vitamin C. Vitamin C is rich in tomato. So B is matching with the 5. Next, iron and calcium. Iron and calcium are rich in Bathua. It is matching with Roman number 4. Next, proteins. Proteins are rich in lab, Roman number 2. So full form is Dolichos lab. It's a scientific name for beans. So D is matching with Roman number 2. Next, IARI. Full form Indian Agricultural Research Institute. It is located in New Delhi. So matching with 1. So the correct answer for this question is option C. So A is matching with 3, B is matching with 5, C is matching with 4, D is matching with 2, E is matching with 1. So this question I will explain in detail. Please listen very carefully. The Indian Agricultural Research Institute, which is located in New Delhi, has also released several vegetable crops that are rich in vitamins and minerals. Examples, let us see those examples only given in the question as a matching form. Vitamin A, enriched carrots, spinach, pumpkin. Vitamin C, enriched bitter gourd, bathua, mustard, and tomato. Next, iron and calcium enriched spinach and bathua, and proteins enriched beans, broad beans, lab, French and garden peas, etc. This concept is very important for competitive examination. Please make a note and underline it. Next, sixth question. Choose the correct statement. Statement based question. This is very best method of asking competitive question. Two statements are given. We need to identify the correct statement from the given two statements. Let us see which is correct statement. Statement 1. The shift from grain to meat diets also creates more demand for cereals, as it takes 3 to 10 kg of grain to produce 1 kg of meat by animal farming. Is this statement is correct? Yeah, this statement is absolutely correct. Let us see how it is. So this question comes under single cell protein, shortly called as SCP. Conventional agricultural production of cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits, etc. may not be able to meet the demand of food at the rate at which human and animal population is increasing. So The shift from grain to meat diets also creates more demand for cereals, as it takes 3 to 10 kgs of grain to produce 1 kg of meat by animal farming. So the first statement is absolutely correct. Next, second statement. Less than 25% of human population is suffering from hunger and malnutrition. This statement is absolutely wrong statement. Not less than 25,000, more than 25,000. More than 25,000 of human population is suffering from hunger and malnutrition. So let us see options. Option A, only statement 1 is correct. Option B, only statement 2 is correct. Option C, both the statements are correct. Option D, both the statements are incorrect. So the correct answer for this question is option A, only statement 1 is correct. Have you understood this one? Next, seventh question. Incorrect regarding blue-green algae like spirulina growth. So we need to identify the incorrect option regarding the growth of spirulina, which is popularly called as blue-green algae. Let us see options. This is a twisting method of asking. Let us see incorrect one from the given ABCD. First option, wastewater from potato processing plants. It is absolutely correct regarding the growth of spirulina, because spirulina grow on wastewater from potato processing plants. Those potato processing plants containing starch water. So in that starch water, spirulina can grow very easily in a large number. So A option is correct. It is not incorrect regarding the growth of spirulina. Let us talk about B, straw grass and sewage waste. So this straw grass and sewage waste is also best suitable places to grow spirulina, also called as blue-green algae. So B option is also correct. It is not incorrect. Next, option C, molasses and animal manure. So the question is asked about the growth of spirulina, right? So spirulina can grow even on molasses and animal manure. Animal manure means excretory material. Molasses means the blackish liquid substance which farmer is getting during sugar preparation from the sugar canes. So C option is also absolutely correct. So since it is consisting starch and sugary content, spirulina can grow very easily. Next, option D, on logs and trees. So this is absolutely incorrect regarding the growth of spirulina. So spirulina, blue-green algae, cannot grow on logs and trees. So option D is incorrect here for 7th question. Understood? Next, 8th question. Meteophilus meteotropus is. So we need to identify the characteristics regarding this given particular microbe. Let us see options. Option A, produce 25 tons of proteins. Next, reduces environmental pollution. Next, option C, one of the alternate sources of proteins. So students, here all the ABC are exactly correct regarding Meteophilus meteotropus. So option D is correct, all the above regarding Meteophilus meteotropus. Next, 9th question, which is not true regarding tissue culture? Let us see options. Whole plants could be regenerated from explants. Option B, grown in the fields. Option C, required nutrient medium. Option D, sterile conditions are required. So the correct answer for this question is option B, grown in the fields. No, it is wrong. So this question is from tissue culture. During tissue culture, growth of plants can be seen first in the laboratory conditions. It is nothing but in vivo conditions. especially in the test tubes, they can be grown very specifically and separately with the help of nutrient medium under suitable sterile conditions. So they are not growing in the fields like normal crops. So in the question they asked which is not true. So the false statement is option B, grown in the fields. Have you understood? Next, 10th question. The capacity to generate a whole plant from any cell or explants is called as. Let us see options. Option A, explant. Option B, micropropagation. Option C, totipotency. Option D, somatic hybridization. So let me explain this question. It is very important concept and area for competitive examinations. So let us find out what is exactly this answer is. So option A, explant. Option B, micropropagation. Option C, totipotency. Option D, somatic hybridization. So the correct answer is nothing but totipotency. Actually, in general, they have given answer in the question and they choose us to find the correct answer for which the definition is matching here. It is nothing but totipotency. What is meant by totipotency? Let us see definition. Any part of a plant taken out and grown in the test tube under sterile conditions in a specific nutrient medium. This capacity to generate a whole plant from any cell or explant is called as totipotency. So very important concept. Please remember it. Next question, 11th question. A method of production of thousands of plants through tissue culture is known as. Let us see options. Option A, explant. Option B, micropropagation. Option C, totipotency. Option D, somatic hybridization. So the correct answer for this question is option B, micropropagation. So what is meant by micropropagation? Let me explain this question in general. The method of producing thousands of plants through tissue culture is called as micropropagation. Micro means very small and minute or microscopic in size. Propagation means production. Understood? Each of these plants will be genetically identical to the original plant from which they were grown. So these are called as soma clones. About soma clones, we learned in first chapter, reproduction in organisms. Got it? So now moving to another question, 12th question. Which is correct regarding soma clones? Option A, genetically identical to each. Option B, morphologically similar. Option C, identical to the original plant. Option D, all the above are true. So the correct answer for this question is option D, all the above are true. They asked us to choose correct statement regarding soma clones. Now let us see how ABC are correct. So the method of producing thousands of plants through tissue culture is called as micropropagation. Each of these plants will be identical genetically and morphologically to the original parent, and from which they were grown. They are called as soma clones. And many important food plants and tomato, beans, banana, apple, etc. have been produced on commercial scale using this method only. Understand? So this concept is also very important. Please remember it. Next, 13th question. Find out the part in a plant which is free from viral infection. Very important area to ask competitive examinations. Please underline and make a note of it. Option A, leaf tip. Option B, root tip. Option C, shoot tip. And option D, both B and C. So the correct answer is option D. So find out the find out the part in a plant which is free from viral infection. You know, students, plant has many parts, but there are there are some specific locations where the virus cannot cause any kind of disease or attack, such an added advantage to us. So what are those uh, parts in the plants? Let us see. Shoot tip consisting apical meristematic tissue. Next, shoot tip consisting shoot apical meristematic tissue. So both B and C are correct for this given question. Understood? Now 14th question. Virus free plants can be produced from. So let us see options. Option A, meristematic tissue. Option B, phloem tissue. Option C, xylem tissue. Option D, all the above. So the correct answer is option A, meristematic tissue. Viruses free plants can be produced from. So the virus free plants can be produced from, what is the correct answer? Meristematic tissue. It's a soft tissue which is present at axillary buds region and at the shoot tips and root tips also, and helps in formation of new branches and new leaves and overall growth of the plant. Understood? So the correct answer is option A, meristematic tissue. Now have you understood about 13th question explanation? Shoot tip consisting meristematic tissue and root tip consisting meristematic tissues. So with that statement, option D, both B and C are correct. At the same time here, virus free plants can be produced from which tissue? It is nothing but meristematic tissue. A option is correct. Phloem tissue, xylem tissue and all the above are incorrect. So in those places we can't identify virus free zone. These zones are also can be attacked by the virus infections. So the only one region in the plants, it is nothing but shoot tips and root tips. The tissue is meristematic tissue. The location is called as meristem. Hope you understood explanation for this question. Now moving to 15th question, last question in this video. Two different varieties of plants protoplasts can be fused to form a new plant is. Let us see options. Option A, somatic hybridization. Option B, asexual reproduction. Option C, sexual reproduction. Option D, vegetative propagation. So the correct answer is option A, somatic hybridization. What is meant by somatic hybridization? Let us have a discussion about it. Isolated protoplasts from two different varieties of plants, each having a desirable character, can be fused to get hybrid protoplasts, which can be further grown to form a new plant. These hybrids are called somatic hybridization, and the young ones are called as somatic hybrids. The process is called as somatic hybridization. Understand? So the correct answer is option A, somatic hybridization. So students, with this I conclude this video and this chapter also. Thank you one and all.